Good evening, class. Kyle Bridges here again for this week's video discussion topic, component malfunctions within the G1000 system. The objective is to either discuss a time when I experienced a GPS system malfunction and how I resolved the issue, or describe a potential component malfunction scenario to the same end. Currently, I'm going through my instrument training in a G1000 equipped Diamond DA40. And one of the syllabus items covered is G1000 equipment failures and partial panel use. I don't think this counts as an equipment malfunction since it is a deliberate action by my instructor accomplished for training purposes. But there is value in seeing the indications, diagnosing the issue, and coming up with a game plan, so to speak, on how to safely recover the aircraft. Reflecting on my military background, I follow the MATL, or M-A-T-L structure for dealing with equipment malfunctions. For those of you who may not be familiar with this acronym, it stands for Maintain Aircraft Control, Analyze the Situation, Take Proper Action, and Land as soon as conditions permit. I find this very helpful personally, as it is very easy to become fixated on abnormal indications and forget to fly the aircraft. Next, once I ensure the aircraft is in a flyable configuration, I start my analysis. In my flight training, I've had black boxes with red X's form over various components in the PFD. Depending on which instruments these indications occur, I can accurately name the component that failed and create a plan of action to mitigate the failure. For example, if I get any of these indications on my PFD, my first action is to continue to fly the aircraft. Next, by revisiting and performing proper analysis of these indications, I will see that my airspeed, altitude, vertical speed, and outside air temperature instruments on the PFD have failed. Based upon that, I know that I have an air data computer failure. I would then check my steam gauges on the top center of my dash for their functionality, and if working nominally, my mitigation action would be to alter my cross-check to include those gauges, airspeed and altitude, and then land as soon as practicable. Another common scenario would be the black box and red X indication overlaying my altitude, slip skid, and rate of turn instruments on the PFD. Just like in the previous scenario, my priority is to fly the aircraft. Then I'll revisit indications and perform a proper analysis. In this case, based on the instruments that are unavailable, altitude, attitude, slip skid, and rate of turn, I can determine I have an AHRS failure. My course of action would be to incorporate the steam gauges into my cross-check, or the attitude indicator, and then land as soon as practicable. In this case, I won't have a rate of turn instrument available, or my slip skid indicator, as those steam gauges are not present in my DA40. However, I will do my best to feel for rudder inputs as necessary. The last item I will discuss is the GDU failure, or Garmin Display Unit failure. This is indicated by the PFD going blank. At this point, the system should automatically switch to reversionary mode, where the PFD and engine instrument display is now displayed on the remaining display. If this does not happen, I can always push the red display backup button to force this. Now this can be difficult to fly, as you'll be facing cross cockpit, and when flying in real or simulated instrument conditions, you may be easily disoriented. But once again, I will land as soon as practicable. In any of the above scenarios, I will reach out to ATC for help as needed, especially if I'm unable to complete a certain approach due to the malfunction, and divert as necessary. Thank you for listening. Remember to always fly the aircraft first, and may God bless you all.